Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Teacher Fayyazuddin Ahmed. This is the brief summary of the grade 7 biology class today, the topic of which was cells and microscope from page number 8 of the biology reading book. The topics covered was cells and a brief history related to the cells and the inventions, and different parts of microscope were demonstrated, and the students were uh, able to label the microscope. The cell theory was discussed, and also different parts of compound light microscope were demonstrated, and the terminology related to microscopy was also explained to them. And later on, modern microscopes like electron microscopes uh, in the form of a transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope were also demonstrated to students, and the students had a very good understanding of all these things. This definition of the cell was again discussed, as the cell as a basic unit of structure and function in living organisms, and all the inventions of like invention of a microscope, and how the term cell was coined by Robert Hooke after looking at the Cork cells under the microscope, and all this history related to the cell was discussed with the students. The cell theory, and and also the different parts of microscope were demonstrated. The students were able to label the microscope when during an activity, and the students could very well, with ease, they could label all the parts of the microscope, and the functions of different parts of the microscope were gone through in detail. And the terminology like the power of magnification, inversion, working distance, resolution, depth of focus, objectives, diaphragm, all these were explained to the students. And we also have given them the rules of handling the microscope, and also the precautionary steps, measures. The modern microscopes like transmission electron microscope, and also the scanning electron microscope. These were also demonstrated to them. The students had a very good understanding of all these things. That's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice time.